All right. In the high school division, the winning student is Samantha Robler from Lincoln Southeast High School. Our winning teacher this morning is Deborah McGinn of Lincoln High.
Gotta correct her.
Okay.
Okay, I am actually a freshman at Lincoln High School, not Southeast.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
My bad.
Okay, so I'm Samantha and this is my teacher, Miss McGinn. I have always been very close to most of my teachers, and school has been something that I've generally enjoyed and excelled at for years. This past year I began high school, a milestone that many teenagers find incredibly stressful, myself included. I was headed into a brand new school with almost no one from my past middle school there to support me. Meeting new people is a large source of anxiety for me, especially since I am a person who stutters, and generally this makes first impressions quite difficult. This year is when I met Miss McGinn. She has shaped me as a writer, as a student, and as a person in general in just the 6 short months that she has been my teacher, and I am incredibly grateful to her. She has encouraged me to overcome the obstacles put in front of me as a result of my speech. She has introduced me to new opportunities, and she's also taught me the importance of caring about the world and those around you. As I said before, I am a person who stutters, meaning I can experience great disfluencies in my speech. And before this year, I had viewed my speech impediment as something that was only there to hold me back. I didn't believe that I would ever have the same opportunities as others around me simply because I didn't talk quite exactly like them. And last year, I refrained almost completely from speaking in class. I thought that the best way to help myself was to avoid the situation altogether. I came into this year knowing that things had to change, but not necessarily having the courage or confidence to do so. I disclosed my speech issues to Miss McGinn, along with the rest of my teachers, and right from the beginning she made it very clear that she wasn't going to allow this to hold me back. She gave me a safe place to grow my confidence and to break out of the shell that I had built around myself. Before, when I had raised my hand in class, teachers would generally avoid calling on me, seemingly to avoid me the embarrassment, but all it ended up doing was reinforcing the limited boundaries that I had already set for myself. Miss McGinn has called on me whenever I raised my hand, and she kindly encouraged me to do so even when I was having a disfluent day and frankly was terrified to say a word in front of others. Before I was exposed to the environment that Miss McGinn had created for me, I never would have even began to believe that I'd be where I am now. Miss McGinn has also exposed me to an opportunity that has impacted my life greatly, and I hope that it will continue to do so for the rest of my high school career and hopefully beyond. She is the founder of the Lincoln High School Slam Poetry Team. This is an opportunity that she had to fight very hard to get into the school, and I speak for myself and hopefully many others when I say that I am extremely grateful that she did so. I had been interested in poetry for a long time by then, but I never even considered the concept of performance. I figured that I could simply observe the team and soak in every word that was said. By the time the first practices started back in November, Miss McGinn had already helped me so much in growing in my confidence that I actually raised my hand when it came time to share. The first time was certainly the hardest, but as the weeks went on, I grew more comfortable with the group, and now I couldn't even imagine what my life would be like if I hadn't decided to take that first big step with the group. A couple months later, and I am an official member of the performance team, and I'm loving every minute of it. I don't believe that I would have had the courage, confidence, or interest to take advantage of this amazing opportunity without without the encouragement and guidance of Miss McGinn. Miss McGinn has taught me some very important things about how to live life. She has taught me that it's okay to be who you are, even if that person is just a bit quirky at times. I see her go about her day not caring what other people think about her. Her room is covered head to toe in decorations that make it feel like her own, and it certainly shows in the fact that she's comfortable in the room that she teaches in. She's taught me not to care about what others say and simply to worry about how I feel about myself and how well I am doing in different aspects of my life. I would like to thank Miss McGinn again for helping me so much this year. I am positive that I would not be where I am today, especially not up here, without everything that she has done for me. She's given me enormous amounts of confidence in regards to my speech. She's exposed me to the amazing slam poetry community, and she's given me examples on how to live my life. I hope that she continues to teach for a long time and affects many more students the way that she has affected me. This is my mom.
Okay, great.
I want to thank all of the teachers in the room, and I want to thank all of the students in the Shauna Meyer from Lincoln High is in this room, and we grade senior speeches, and we're the ones that cry the most. Thank you to everyone who put this wonderful event together, and I just want you to know that I so appreciate all of your gifts. But I wanted to have this microphone to speak to you. So I'm going to try to do it sideways. Yes. I want you to know that I respect you as a young woman who is strong and a scholar in the pre-IB program and a woman who truly knows her heart. You are so honest, and it's so easy to work with you. I am here today to celebrate you, celebrating me sort of, with my father, Jerry McGinn, who also gave me an incredible work ethic. I no longer work until 7 or 8 p.m. in the evening, but I work really hard, as I saw that was his key to success. My mother cannot be here today, but I want to thank her for her gift of creativity in my life. She is an artist. She draws and she paints, and both of my parents used to read to me as children, which really early on, probably in the womb, made that reading come to life. And while I did not become an artist or a painter like my mother, I did become a writer, which is how I got into teaching in the first place, because writing and that expression is my number one passion. And to be able to have the blessing of bringing that interest into a real classroom in the English department at Lincoln High, so that I can meet the most incredible young adults, well, I can't even explain how wonderful that is. I am also here today with my boss and my friend, Jill Abel. And she is an associate principal at Lincoln High, and I got to know Jill not by her position as an administrator, but through her therapy dog named Squiggles. And Squiggles, I became Squiggles' favorite, and I mean, she would go with no other teacher but me. And until today, that was my first real affirmation in the field of education. And so I thank her for being here, and I thank my father. And then as a stand-up mom, but really my writing friend, Charlene Neely. And we make the South Mill our residence outside of home, because sometimes I get distracted by doing the laundry and wasting terrible time on Facebook. And so we meet at the South Mill and we write every Saturday, Sunday, and in the summer, every day. And I'm so grateful for you. If I don't write, the world doesn't make sense to me. And I'm also here with Mike Pitts, who is the Muffin Man at Lincoln High. I sell muffins for $1 every day to raise money for a slam team. We raise our own funds for $600 bus rides to Omaha and back, and he delivers them bright and early in the morning. And he is also a survivor, a man who was in head-on collisions that he'd never walk again, and he would never live, really. And so I think my people that I invited to share Samantha with are all survivors in some way. My dad lives with stage 4 cancer. He lives with it. He doesn't complain. He's strong. We're going to lose him someday, but he's here today, and pretty feisty. He doesn't lose his spirit. And so I wanted you to meet them, and I wanted them to meet you. And might I just be your IB teacher for a second to say that your claim and argument was recognized. Your thesis, well developed and clear and precise. And the body of your essay and your analysis was evident to support your claim in honoring me today. And then that reflective element and it was just, and let me tell you what it offered in addition to all the academic value. It offered heart. And one more thing I'd like to say, because someone asked me to say this. This is my second time here. My teacher, I wrote a letter for my English teacher, Mary Dickinson, while I was, a teacher at Lincoln High. I was an adult and I wrote it. And I read her letter, and she's the reason why I'm an English teacher. I was signed up for Southeast Community College to be a dental person. And I just remember my English teacher motivating me in this statement. I was at the end of one hall at Pius X High School, and she was at the other, and she said she found out that I enrolled myself in this junior college, and she screamed, "What do you care about teeth?" And she took me to the University of Nebraska, that English teacher, and reminded me, you love writing, you love to read, I love young people. And so, I never thought I'd be up here though. So thank you. And I also, Gary Reber, I need to thank you too, because slam poetry is not funded, and he worked with me through the Fund to Need Foundation. And we raised some good money for those very expensive bus rides. And I thank you, and I thank everyone in this room on behalf of all of the celebrated students and their teachers. Thank you.
Samantha, you rock.
Yeah.
Okay, good job.